So with the cameras at this angle, now is a good time to look at the short ball with the short ball with the drop shot. Okay, so we're going to be looking at taking the pace off, leaving the ball closer to the front wall, but I'm still really keen on you having that ability to hit drive, kill, or drop from the same swing. So what we don't want to see is the racket going there and then suddenly you playing the drop there, because as your opponent, I'm going to know that it's coming and I'm going to roll in behind you. What I really want to see is what's going to play. Oh, there's the drop shot. So with the drop for me, same position, getting down a little bit lower, but then I'm just coming down the back of the ball, opening the racket face up, and then leaving the ball in short. Okay. Pay attention to where you're hitting the ball. Hitting the ball at the top of the bounce, you're going to be stunning it in a little bit more. If you end up letting the ball drop, which we don't necessarily want to do, you'll have to use a little bit more follow through and let that thumb come through towards the ceiling to guide the ball into the front of the court. Okay, I'm not too worried about where the drop's running up. If you've got a bit of angle, you can go for the nick. If you've got a bit less angle, you can run it down the side wall. But really, we're just looking at the technical points of the swing and the contact point here. Okay, so really, I want to think about that setup, then using the strings. So again, we should hear that noise when you're playing a drop shot. So I'm just going to feed the ball from here, and you're just going to play some simple drop shots. Start in that nice open position, vertical position. Not bad, a little bit pushy. Down the back of the ball. Good stuff. And again. Good. Nice. Drive. Didn't quite get hold of that one. Drive. Great. Drop. Not bad, a little bit short. I wouldn't mind seeing you in that position and then having the ability to come in and play that ball. Snap through, okay? Bit pushy. Softer hands as you come through. Nice. Good. Don't be afraid, even though I say softer hands, don't be afraid to just generate a bit more racket head speed through the contact point. So in that kind of 12, 18 inches where the racket is in that plane, you can zip the racket head through a little bit quicker. Because if you end up trying to slow it down, it leads to inconsistencies, and then it also leads to that telegraphing. So if you watch me play it, ball's there, and then I open that racket face, really putting lots of cut on the ball, but I'm actually getting through the hitting zone pretty quickly. So just have a little go at that, just accelerating through the hitting zone and opening the strings up. Bad. And again, can you drive from there? Has it gone a bit short? Drive. Think about that length. The length needs to be behind the service box. That's a lovely shot. And again, drive. Nice, that's much better. Drop. Oh, that was very short. Reverted to type. Racket back, mid-size swing, that's it. Oh, missed Jack's face then. So, that was great. Don't want to go on too long, but hopefully you can feel the improvement. You understand what we're trying to do. And then it becomes much harder for me watching to understand what's coming, and that's obviously the key. But I do think generating that racket head speed is important, but also if you're doing that and coming through that hitting zone quickly, the racket face needs to be open, because if you're doing that with a flat face, ball's going to shoot to the back, it's going to be a long drop. So we're really trying to discern between a short drop shot, a fairly shortish kill, and then a proper length. But having that ability to use the strings, generate racket head speed, is really crucial. So hopefully that's valuable. I know this is very swing focused, but you can see when we get the fundamentals working, the quality of the shot just shoots up.